vlog this trip, even though I am so not a vlogger. So as I get unready and wind down for my first day in Japan, I will do a recap. So flights and everything were great. Being able to sleep most of the flight was definitely wonderful. I flew into the Narita airport, which is actually like an hour or so outside of Tokyo. It's further than the other central airport, but it was cheaper. And with all of the like public transport, I figured it'd be easy enough to get to where I was going, which was true. So easy to go through customs. I did the QR code ahead, so I got to skip like a majority of the people and get through there pretty quickly, like no questions. Like I had a harder time in Frankfurt, Germany whenever we were going to Amsterdam and not even staying in Germany. Once I got through customs, I was able to find the Yamato transport counter, which is the luggage courier, really easy. And they had me put in my hotel in Osaka's phone number, pulled it up, said, what day do you want it delivered? I said this day, and like that's taken care of. So I haven't had to lug around like crazy large luggage or anything like that. So I just had my backpack with me. I will say the first train I had to take was a learning experience. I went and used the Skyliner, which is a direct line straight to Ueno, which is where I'm staying here in Tokyo for today. And the line was huge, so I was like, oh, I'll go to the self-service one. Then I get there and I realize, oh, the reason why this line is so small is because they don't take foreign credit cards. But luckily they took cash, so I was able to do that. I'm trying these new patches that I found in a Japanese 7-Eleven. We'll see what it does. I don't know if it'll do anything. So I got my Skyliner ticket, and then trying to get to where the Skyliner is confusing because I wanted to go to Ueno, and it was like Ueno Blue Line, but you don't actually go to the Blue Line platforms. You go to downstairs in the orange ones. So I actually booked when she asked me, she's like, do you want the next available? And I was like, can I have the one that's like 20 minutes after that? So I had a little time to like up and find out where I needed to go. I think that's how you put them on. Do I have them on backwards? I don't know. So I got them there, and it was nice because it had assigned seatings, and I got a window seat, and I got to see all of Japan coming in. So that was great. That was a win. However, mistake number one was I didn't realize you can buy a seat for a train, but it doesn't mean you actually have access to the station. You need a like, I don't know, a subway card for that, their version of a subway card, which I have, but I didn't have sufficient funds. And I also, exiting the subway, didn't realize you have to give them the ticket for the seat you paid for and then pay the rest of your fare for using the subway through the Suica card. So I'm over there like holding up the line. Then two other guys did the same thing that I did, but they just decided to jump over the railing and walk out, which I was like, I don't want to do. Finally, this like super grumpy policeman guy helped me get to information. They're like, yeah, you just gotta pay extra. I was like, okay, bet. So walked out in Ueno, found my hotel, which was only like a 10-minute walk from the station, which was nice. And checked in, dropped off my bags, and then it was like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and I was like, I have to stay up at least until 8 because of jet lag. Like I've got to get my myself on this rhythm. And checked in the hotel, and then I went to explore because I had to stay up, and I went to the Ueno Park, and then I got Gatsu typed beef tonight, which is like where you grill it yourself on a hot stone. And fun fact, last time I did that, I gave myself food poisoning. So we are playing with fire. I had 2 different chopsticks that I was trying to use like the raw meat with the chopsticks. And then I thought about the plate. So like there's a 50-50 chance I'm sick and dying. My stomach's already been testy because like even though all the plain food looked beautiful, it did not necessarily feel beautiful. But yeah, I ended my day after getting food, which there was a little bit of a queue, but that was fine. It was relatively affordable. It was like $15 for a full meal. But I've got to be careful because that exchange rate, like I have no idea what the price of anything is. And so I'm like, I think this is good. And I could slow down and take the time to actually punch it in, but just in spite of the card. But yeah, I went to 7-Eleven. I've got myself a fun little drink. So we'll try this really quickly. Look at me, I'm a full influencer now. Oh, that's decent. Yeah, that's pretty good. And I've got an onigiri over there that's eyeballing me. It's really fun to walk into the 7-Eleven and like, it still is like, it's magical, but it's still just 7-Eleven. Like, man, it's just a lot of like new products I've never tried before, but I'm excited to eat them. And then I'm super pumped. Tomorrow is Mount Fuji, and I just checked the Mount Fuji visibility like guide that tells you like how Mount Fuji's feeling, because fun fact, sometimes it's really hard to see. And I've got a clear chance tomorrow morning and tomorrow evening and Saturday and Sunday. So it looks like we've got clear skies coming up in, I think I'm in Fuji-Yoshida is like the town I am. I'm on the northern side of Mount Fuji. I'll be in a ryokan and probably take more videos then. But that's a wrap for day 1. Okay, so second fail of the trip. I obviously jet lagged, so I got up early to make it to Tokyo Station, and I also wanted to get in before all of the like rush hour crowd came in, and it was already really busy by the time I got in. So I was like, oh, I'll get in super early. I'll get my ticket for the bus, head to Mount Fuji, be there about 9 a.m. Perfect. The bus tickets were sold out until 11 a.m. So now I have 8, 9, 10, like 4 hours to kill. So I'm gonna go, I guess, walk around Tokyo and explore until I can get on my bus. I had it in the original plan to come yesterday and get the ticket, but I was so exhausted and already navigating the train system yesterday, having a fail. I was like, I don't want to do that, and now I regret it. And so that's okay. We're trapped in paradise. It's not a bad thing. Let's see what I can get into for the next couple of hours at 7 a.m. in Tokyo, Japan. Walking to my ryokan in Mount Fuji. I just took the public bus to get here. It's kind of definitely feels a little bit more countryside out here. It's beautiful. I was able to see Mount Fuji and its greatness when I first came in, but unfortunately right now it's a little cloudy, so hopefully we get to see it again maybe later tonight or tomorrow morning. But yeah, I am just gonna kind of trek through the rural neighborhood of Mount Fuji. Oh my God. Walking through the little country town was a little bit like, what is this gonna be? And so I came in early, just wanted to get everything checked away. And so they gave me a voucher for like a free tea ceremony. I accidentally put on another customer's slippers because I thought they were the slippers we were supposed to wear. And now I'm exploring the gardens. I've got about 30 minutes before I check in, but like, look at how gorgeous. I mean, just absolutely gorgeous. There's like a beautiful, like, babbling river. You can probably hear it. There's like a drum ceremony they're gonna do. I haven't even seen my room yet. I don't know what I did when I booked my rooms, because this is the second time now I've been in 2 hotels and they're like, where's the other person? And I'm like, there is no other person. It's just me. And I had a little going back and forth with the person at the front desk. He was like, well, when the other person gets here, I'll need their passport. I'm like, there is no one else. It is just me, one person. So I don't know if that's like lost in translation. I did that all through like booking.com, but I mean, there's beautiful red fuchsia trees. Everything is so green and glowing. I cannot believe it. They're like fish puppies. They're so cute. Look at that one. Okay, I just checked in, and so now it's time to give you guys the room tour. Okay. So I booked a traditional Japanese room, which means during the dinner, they'll come in and they'll change this into a futon. So I'll be sleeping on the floor, but I'm actually really excited about it. I've got this beautiful little lounge area. I need to make some tea. I can make some tea. Can watch TV here. Can watch TV there. But you guys know I don't watch TV. And this is the view. Mount Fuji is being shy, but he's right there. I saw him on the way in, but it looks like he's been hiding behind some clouds. It looks like there might be a break here in a little bit, so we'll keep Fuji watching. God, it's so nice. I love this couch. I love how everything's like on the ground. She told me, hey girl, you gotta get dressed up for dinner. So I have like my own, it's not a kimono, but it's kind of like a garment that's similar to that, and a jacket to wear. So I'm gonna be stunning. Hopefully there's instructions in there on how to put it on. And then my whole reason I booked this place, oh my God, they expected that many people to stay here. It's just me. So here is the sink. Oh, hi everyone, just me. Here is where I will wash myself with a bucket. Then to go to my own private onsen. And I had to do a private onsen because I'm tattooed, so I can't go in their public baths. But then Fuji-san, he's right over there. You can see it better once I'm in there, but just touch the temperature. It is so nice. It's so warm. And yeah, see you guys in a bit. Okay, I just got out of my private onsen. Very refreshed. That was very relaxing, and I needed that. So it's fun that I could do that here. But now Mount Fuji is all the way out, and I just have to show you guys. It's absolutely stunning. Wow, that is, I can't even, there's no words. That's just insane. Now this is what we call a fit check, okay? I've got my yukata on. I'm ready for dinner. I'm gonna go out to the gardens and see if I can take a couple nice aesthetic photos of me, but I'm loving this green color, and it's always included, which is like crazy to me because you don't even get free water at hotels in America for free, so nice. Okay, this is the dinner setup. I'm in a room by myself. Dude, look at this food. All right, this is the menu. She said I have octopus, I got sesame tofu, I got a bunch of stuff. Wow. All right, more to come. Okay, well, this thing was alive and now they are, oh no, look at it move. That's so sad. Well, at least I know it's the freshest it'll ever be. That's so sad. Anyways. The way this place is so freaking massive, like deceptively massive. There's like 7 like floors and you would have no idea. Also, I've gotten lost like 3 times. Front desk this way. Hey, look at that. That's cool. Nice. I walked up to this to get a drink and I realized it is actually a cigarette vending machine, which is pretty interesting. I'm not sure how they check your ID. Oh, wait, they tell you. Oh, wow. That's so cool. Interesting. Okay, so this is the place that I stayed at. And at first I thought when I walked up, it was only this, which is like so unassuming. But as I'm walking around this morning to look at Mount Fuji, I realized like it goes on and on and on. It is just a massive property. There's even more over there. Insane. Beautiful. First night in Osaka, I just shopped in a shopping mall until I dropped and spent way too much money. But there was a Vivienne Westwood, and so like how could I not? I'm currently making my way back to the hotel. I just got ramen. It was like soy sauce, pork ramen, which was pretty good. The guy who cooked it was born from North Carolina. He's moving to Chicago. He's a really cool guy. So yeah, exhausted today. I think I'm gonna go get a drink at the hotel bar and then call today a night. Okay, I've just made it to Dontobori. I think I said that wrong, but that's okay. I've got a sauna here in like 30-ish minutes, so it's very quiet right now. This is more of a nightlife kind of place to go and explore. But I want to see it before it gets crazy, kind of get my bearings. So when I come out tonight, I'll know a little bit more of the area. Mostly what's happening right now is a bunch of people on tour buses going out into different parts of Osaka and Japan. But I'm gonna go check out this really cool looking Ferris wheel and see if I can get some good shots before my sauna starts. All right, here it is. So inside there is a shopping center, and then there's this massive Ferris wheel that goes around it. I think last I checked online, it was out of service, but it's cool. Wow, we made it to the sauna. Just have a little bath to wash up, and then look at it. Oh man, I gotta like throw the water on the coals. Oh, that's intimidating. But the view is phenomenal. Wow. Yeah, those are all the tour buses. They're all going out. All right, I am getting ready for dinner now for the night. I ended up after the sauna getting my nails done. I'm obsessed. They have charms. She did cat eye. But when I showed up, even though the reviews were like, oh yeah, I had a really good experience and was able to walk in, I showed up right when they opened and they were like, if you don't have an appointment, we can't take you until 12. So I decided to wander around after 12 and ended up being in Simbashi, I think is how you say it. It's like the shopping district of Osaka. So I did a little bit more shopping. There was a couple of things I for sure wanted to get. One of those being colored contacts. This is my first time ever wearing contacts. I'm like deeply afraid my eyes are gonna like fall out of my face and rot, but so far they feel pretty fine. My left eye's a little annoyed, but I did like stab it 100 times trying to get these contacts in. Fun fact, getting contacts in is super super annoying and a little difficult, at least my first time it was. But yeah, I'm getting ready for dinner. I'm gonna head back down to Donbori, and get eel unagi. Got like reservations for 6, so I'm gonna go try out this place. It has like decent reviews, and then I'm gonna go do like a bar, maybe 1, maybe 2, and then get ready for my day trip tomorrow. So yeah. All right, this is Ivy's adventure today. I'm just hanging in there, currently taking a seat up to the view. Alright, I've made it to the lookout. Beautiful. It's called the Split Between Japan, and it's this little sandbar. It's pretty. Village of Inu, I think is how they say it. Just got off a boat ride where they wanted us to feed seagulls, which I gladly opted out of. That was not something I was remotely interested in doing. But this is ranked the 13th most beautiful village in Japan. It's very quiet, it's right on the water, and I'm gonna see if I can find some coffee. So, more to come. Quite the transformation. Getting ready for my photo shoot. All right, I'm gonna do a Get Ready With Me vlog today to recap Kyoto so far, because the first days just went by so quickly. My last day in Osaka, I got to do some nightlife, and Dotonbori was out until like 1:30. Ooh, if you know me, you know that's like freaking unheard of. I'm in bed by like 8:30 at the latest. But I met up with a bartender named Deuce, and they showed me all the local spots. That was a lot of fun. Drank a lot of highballs, but no regrets. After that, it's an hour train ride to get to Kyoto, so like no real rush to get there. Plenty of time and flexibility. I got to go to, I think it's called Happy Pancake, which was something on my list, and had Japanese pancakes for the first time. And I did not realize that they like disintegrate. Oh, I lost my contact somewhere in my eyeball. All right, good to know for future reference. Take your contacts out before your makeup off. Otherwise it gets lost in your eyeball somewhere. But yeah, try Japanese pancakes. They disintegrate. They're like so soft, they just like completely just disintegrate when you touch them. I thought the texture was gonna be a little bit more bouncy, but it's okay. It was still really good. And then my first day in Kyoto, I did a sake brewery tour and got to do like a tasting and learned a lot about the different types of sake. So I feel really cool the next time I go to a restaurant and order a sake. I know exactly whether it's purified, how it was made, what temperature was it fermented at. So that was really cool. Really quick day. First day in Kyoto, checked in, called it a night after the sake tour. Today, if you probably saw my makeup, was my photo shoot. So I did a photo shoot in the Kimono district of Kyoto, and they dolled me up. Definitely made me very doll-like, and I got to choose my kimono, and it was really fun because like the makeup artist is your biggest hype man, the photographer is your biggest hype man, and I'm really just I had a great time. And then there was also a bunch of other girls who looked so cute, and they all had their own looks. There was like an ice queen girl, there was a traditional geisha, and so it was just fun to watch everybody get ready and take photos. And then ended my night with some Wagyu beef. I'm glad. I was like, I should probably translate these prices because this place looks, it's one of the nicest places I've gone to dinner in Japan yet. Like, I was like, ooh, they got the fancy wine glasses, so I know it's legit. I almost ordered like a $300 steak, and I was like, oh, we do not need a $300 steak. Thank you so much. So I just got the local Wagyu, which apparently is cheaper than Kobe Wagyu, and I get it, Kobe is like a big name, but it was, I mean, melt in your mouth, so good. Probably my best meal in Japan to date. But that's all for my Kyoto recap. And then tomorrow I have my personal tour with Naomi, so I'm really excited to spend some time with another local in Kyoto and get the inside scoop. So see you then. Did some shopping, and now I'm gonna go get lunch, but I have to cross Shibuya Crossing twice. So it's the largest crossing in all of Japan, especially Tokyo, so wish me luck getting across the chaos. Got my morning coffee, and I'm headed to lunch already at 11. It's my second omakase lunch version, so we'll see what the differences are. But I'm right by the Tokyo Tower. It's beautiful, and I'm exploring today Roppongi area, so have not ventured over here yet. All right, we are at the National Tokyo Art Museum. Beautiful inside here. There's a couple free exhibits I got to wander around after lunch, but I wanted to check it out because the windows here are just so pretty. So let's see what we can get into later. Okay, today is my last day in Tokyo, and I'm making one stop before my seaside tour. This terrifies the crap out of me. I hate this. I walked up this randomly last night on the way back to my hotel and had no idea it was there. So I was wondering what everybody was looking up for, and that's what they were looking at. But yeah, I'm gonna go to Shinjuku Station. I'm gonna go map out like how I'm gonna lug my luggage, because I can't forward my luggage. I mean, I could forward it to the airport, but it'd be a little inconvenient to not have my suitcase to pack in all my last minute souvenirs I get today. So we're gonna go figure out how I'm gonna do that, and I will meet up with you guys later. Okay, I am at the Seaside Park. I'm gonna get on my boat here shortly, but there is a giant, I think they're called gondams. I don't know, but after seeing Godzilla today and this, I'm kind of over the giant figures. Not a fan. They're too big for me. Wow, the view here is totally gorgeous. Just a nice skyline of Tokyo. And they also have a Statue of Liberty here. Hey girl. can't wait to get on the water. All right, and this is my ride today. So cool. So straight out of a sci-fi movie. This is so cool. Got to stand on the top and watch as we went down this body of water, but at one point they shuffled us inside and said protest, and so sat inside, which is a little warm in there for the duration. And now I'm gonna get some refreshing acai beer. I'm so excited. It's one of my favorite Japanese beers. It's best when it's on draft. So I'm gonna go get a drink, and then I'm really close to a cool historic district of Tokyo, which I have not gotten to explore yet. So I'm gonna go see what else I can get into. All right, we're checking out this temple in central Tokyo. Kind of cool because I haven't seen this in Tokyo yet. Definitely a hopping spot. Beautiful. Alright, this is the first temple I've been to where I can actually take video, and it is pretty phenomenal. We'll head out this way so you can see. I just did a wish. Okay, we've made it to the end of my trip. I fly out today. It's been a really incredible experience, but I couldn't leave Japan without having some of my favorite convenience store foods. I thought I'd show you guys what I've been living off of since I've been in Japan. Let's see here. I definitely shopped with my eyes more than my stomach, so we'll see how much I can actually put down. But the first thing that I have really come to enjoy is the convenience store coffees. This one's actually Mount Rainier, like in Washington, and it's a cafe latte, creamy latte. But we can't just have one beverage, I had to have two. This one I got yesterday for the first time, and I wish I'd been drinking it the whole time. It's creamy cherry carbonated soda, and I love cherry flavoring. It's like one of my favorite, like if you were to have a flavor, cherry candy, cherry anything, it's my favorite. So the cherry soda, top tier. I got this is actually the first time I'm having this. This is karaage, so this is fried chicken. But I had the Family Mart Fanny chicken, which was fire, but I saw people posting about this karaage, so we'll try it. It's just so crazy because like a 7-Eleven in the US, if you were to get chicken, it's like the driest, like flavorless thing you can imagine. And this is so juicy, like so rich, so juicy. 10 out of 10. I usually get these from 7-Eleven, but the onigiri, I've eaten a god crazy amount of onigiri while I've been here. And lastly, again, their sweets hit different here. Their sweets are just like the cakes in the US are just dry. They're always just dry and like crumbly. These are always so like rich and taste so fresh, even though it's been sitting in there all day. So trying to figure out my timeline for getting to the airport. Definitely scheduled to get there earlier because I just rather drop my checked bag, you know, get some more ramen or something else to eat there, maybe a few more souvenirs I can fit in my backpack. But I do have to face the train station for the first time with my big piece of luggage. So I'm hoping to get there, get right to the area on the track through an elevator, and then just wait until my train comes. And then luckily the train that I selected is made for like airport commute, so it's got room for suitcases, and that's gonna be the last leg until my 11-hour flight. Oh, all right, wish me luck.